Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field, we've got baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Shota Imanaga. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The pitch. There's a line drive to left field. And it's into the gap. So a man on base to start the inning.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. That one out to right. Tucker on the move. Hauls it in for the out. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Into the bleachers and gone. That one felt good, and now they're out in front. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
That one is absolutely belted. Could be extra bases. Wow, it ends up being just a one-out single.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 3.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Shota Imanaga done for the afternoon, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Colin Ray. He's into the game with the bases empty. One out, base is empty. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Well struck, right field. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. So he just clears the wall, and they add a run. It's 5-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they're...
Now a blast to left center. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. He made him pay for that one. It's 6-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely. No doubt off the bat. Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
And next is the designated hitter, Connor Joe. Here's a rocket out to left. Hauls it in, 2 away. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to get. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Ben Brown.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Brandon Lockridge. Swing and a miss as he was late. Action in the pen down there. Keegan Thompson up and throwing. This to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. They bring 9 to the plate and 6 come around to score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Padres 6 and the Cubs coming up. Back here at Wrigley Field, and our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Bottom of the first, and here's the veteran outfielder, Ian Happ. And here it comes. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Cease, 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. On its way to the corner, and that is a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Got it by him for the K. Dansby Swanson stands in. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. 1 out, base is empty. Close, but call the ball. And the count even 1-1. The pitch.
Ball, that pitch is up.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up the solo shot.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The punch out there, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Kyle Tucker in the box now. No balls and a strike. And there's a foul ball.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
here at Wrigley Field. And the batter now, Luis
Leading off for
Arias.
San Diego, the first baseman, number 4.
The wind of the
Luis
pitch.
Arias.
There's a swing and a drive. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And just a single as they hustle the ball back to the infield.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So man aboard, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. It bangs off the wall. Happ fires it in. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Back-to-back singles, just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Machado. He's already homered here in this one. On a line, base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. Singled and scored his first time. Hit in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong sizes this one up, and it's caught for the out. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. He's already homered in this game.
Merrill.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one ripped. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Base hit. One run is in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Armstrong makes the grab. 2 down. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Keegan Thompson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 2 down now, and here is Connor Joe. He's 0 for 1. Base hit. 1 run is in. Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Bases still loaded with 2 out.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field.
Now this one's well hit. Way back there. On its way and out of here. Grand slam. And they add to the lead. It's 13-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
So the batting order turns over, and here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2. On the ground to the left. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
In time to Bush, and that is the third out of the inning. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. Now to the bottom of the second. The Padres lead it 13-0. And we're back. And now the DH, Seiya Suzuki.
Well, as a hitter, you don't want to be part of a team that was no hit. I mean, that's embarrassing, man. So this guy right here, he's looking to do anything he can in this leadoff at bat to make it tough.
Up and in, 1-0.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Cronenworth under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Cease, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against.
Well, he's got power and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Fights that one away and the count remains 0-2.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up. Bottom half of inning number 2. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy.
That one hit to right. Tatis after it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And that's in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Slice down the right side. The Cubbies down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Final score in this one, 13-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.